Thank you so much. So, what do you think about this piece? Trump has been talking about how he's getting a wonderful, beautiful deal, peace deal between Rwanda and Congo. What do you think about it, given everything that you know? And then, we are fighting for justice. We are fighting for the truth on all fronts. We haven't heard anybody talk about justice and talk about all the millions of the victims in this peace deal. So what do you think? And the fact that nobody has even seen the peace deal, how do we even know it's a peace deal? Is not just identifying as peace.
Identifying as peace, huh? Well, I'll tell you this. Me personally, um, when I looked at the whole narrative around the deal, it looks to me everything is about the minds. There's not much about the people, and these are decisions that are being made without the people. The people are not center of it. So I think once again, this is just one of many, similar to all the other peace deals that we've seen in the past. We've seen many. You remember the one in Sun City back in the 90s? Oh, this is just a repetition. We've seen similar. I mean, the Kagame, and he was trained in Uganda with Yoweri Museveni. These are things that they have done for the last 5 decades. I think it's five. 1980s was what, like almost 5 decades ago now. Since the 1980s, the Paul Kagame and Yoweri Museveni, his godfather in crime, they have used talks and negotiations and peace deals and ceasefires and all of these things as reprieves so that they can regroup. There were some things that I saw in it. So there's some other reasons why I'm skeptical about it. I'm not sure that the U.S. is a reliable partner in this. Obviously, they're in for the minerals because that's all they keep talking about. It's about mining and the minerals and things like that. The other part is, we've seen people make deals with the U.S. and end up, those deals, they turn on them. I mean, we know Saddam Hussein, remember Osama bin Laden, and many others. So that's one reason to be skeptical. The other is, Trump changes all the time. He starts one thing, he says one thing today, and he changes the next day. So that's just on the U.S. side of things. But it's also the fact that they are trying to find a way, it seems, to let Rwanda off the hook. There's no justice. Justice is not part of this deal. Again, these are very similar to a lot of previous deals that were done. Not very different. The only thing different this time is that they want the presidents to sign it, so Kagame might have to sign. Now, the funny part, there's also a funny part in this. Remember, Kagame doesn't know that his troops are in Congo, right?
Hmm.
But he's negotiating peace with
Yeah,
Congo. You know?
thank you. It's a Congolese conflict, right? So what is
Yeah,
Rwanda doing? On
thank
why is Rwanda the one signing a peace deal between Rwanda and Congo? And then
yeah,
Kagame was brought into power by the US. How can the US be a mediator? And I hear even Qatar is involved. Qatar
yeah,
is an investor in Rwanda. How is it a mediator?
yeah. And Qatar is also, there are projects in the Congo that Qatar wants to get their hands on. Um,
Mm.
some of the dams. And the U.S. is also invested in the Congo in the Lubero corridor to extract minerals from southern Congo, which is not exactly near Rwanda, but there's also these critical minerals in that eastern part of Congo that they want to get their hands on. So all of that to say, for me, I am skeptical of the deal. The other piece to it, there's one other piece, or many others, but I'll talk about this one. There is a piece about returning Congolese refugees that I read. I'm not 100% sure, of course, if this will be a part of it, but think about it if it's a part of it. You remember what the RPF, Paul Kagame's Nazi party, did in 1993 when the peace accord in Arusha, Tanzania, allowed for them to bring 600 troops into Rwanda. They
Mm-hmm.
ended up bringing thousands of troops. They came and infiltrated the country. They
Arab
brought
gang.
yeah. And then they would send them out in the community and recruit more people in the community into the CND, the parliament building, and they would take them to train them, and they will bring more and more and more. Under with the complicity of UN troops who were led by Canadian General Romeo Dallaire. So I suspect what they're gonna do this time is Paul Kagame is gonna and his Rwandan regime are going to take they're gonna instead of bringing back the Congolese refugees, they're going to dress their troops as Congolese refugees, send them to Congo, and then start a war and call it now a Congolese war instead of an invasion. I've been saying this, and that's one of the things that I'm very skeptical about. I've seen the RPF do this, they've done it so many times. This game of infiltration, if nobody learned from what they did in the early 90s in Rwanda with infiltrating so many troops into the country, and to the extent now that they brag about it and say, yeah, we had like 5 members in every part of Rwandan society. This is what I think they're probably going to end up doing. And then they will create a rebellion. And this time he's going to say, oh, no, 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 it's not me. See, it was never me. It's the Congolese people. The same way that, and these Congolese refugees who tried to go home in 2018, February 2018, and Rwandan troops massacred them. Rwandan police massacred them and blocked them from returning home. They're saying they need to send them home and that they support their right to fight for their homeland, which is still false. And also one of the things that actually happens in Rwanda, which is very similar to what I predict will happen with them replacing the refugees and stop not actually sending those refugees back, but instead of doing that, sending Rwandan troops. It's the same way now when those Congolese refugees get resettlement to Western countries, the Rwandan regime takes their documents and they put their own kids, the kids of the elite, and the privileged in Rwanda and send them abroad, and those refugees end up staying in Rwanda. Those type of fraudulent activities have also occurred. So I can already see Kagame playing the game and the RPF playing the game and this regime, this genocidal maniac regime in Rwanda, playing the game of infiltration into the Congo and starting a brand new war as a result of this so-called peace deal. But it's more not so much a peace deal; it's a minerals deal. That's
Hmm.
what that's the way I see it. Um,
Wow. Thank you so much. We